And welcome back to the Kenny and JT show here on News Talk 1480 WHBC. It is Guardian Spring Training Week for us as we get a chance to talk to coaches, managers, players, media members, and joining us right now, I guess, team leader last year, you could say, in victories with 15 amongst the starting staff, as well as the bullpen. And one of the key reasons they were able to win a Central Division championship. Cal Quantrill joining us right now. Cal, how are you?
Good. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Hey, we appreciate it. And as we've talked to a number of the players, the guys are happy to be back, getting the band back together. I guess you can talk a little bit about enjoying last year, but not too long, right, Cal? You got to put that in the rear view and start looking out the windshield towards 2023.
Yeah, I think we had an off season to revel in a good season, and I think that the work starts now and take what we learned, but kind of on to the next one here. We got more to prove.
Cal, as Cleveland sports fans, usually during the football season, are right about, what would you say, Kenny? October, we start the countdown to pitchers and catchers. When do they report? Because we're usually mathematically already eliminated as far as football is concerned. But for you coming in, and when you guys had to report, are you already ahead of the game because you're playing in the World Baseball Classic?
Yeah, I spend my off seasons out here in Arizona, so I've been kind of in and out of the facility for the last couple months. I didn't start crazy early. If I pitch March 12th, it's kind of where you'd want to be in spring training anyways. But I did make sure that this year especially I was prepared. I know that it's not an ideal time to leave, and you just want to make sure you're healthy. So we're ready, we're prepared, and feel pretty good for it.
What's it going to mean to you to represent your country and possibly be pitching to another Indian there in Bo Naylor as your backstop?
Yeah, I don't want to say the same thing every time, but it's an honor, man. Like, you just don't have very many opportunities to wear the flag on your jersey very often in the way baseball works, right? The Olympics isn't really an option if you're playing pro ball, and if you don't play on the junior national team, there's just not that many opportunities. So this is special. I really love this WBC. I think it's a great idea. I think it's good for our sport. I think that if guys can be healthy and it makes sense for them, you should do your very best to be a part of this. And it's pretty awesome that we have 3 guys here from the Guards going to be on Team Canada. It's a little factory we got going on over here. Should have been 4, but got to make sure Niels is ready to go.
Yeah, we got you. We got you on
now,
that.
I want to ask you about, your upbringing. Obviously, we were talking to Bo the other day. Where or when did you figure out that you were going to choose baseball over hockey growing up?
I wouldn't have. If I was better at hockey, I wouldn't have. I played it all the way through high school. I love it, man. I still watch it all the time. It just became pretty obvious I was better at throwing baseballs than slapping pucks. So it, is what it is. I got a lot of respect for those guys, though. They're savages.
Absolutely.
No question. You were a savage last year. Your best year with the Guards, 15-5, like I said, and Ernie under 350. What was the key to your successful season last year in the regular season?
I think consistency, doing a good job preparing for starts between starts. Just felt like I did a good job the offseason before of preparing my body for a ideally 200 innings, and we followed through on it. We stayed consistent all year long, had good game plans, had great D behind me. I thought it was just kind of culmination of a lot of work.
JT, go ahead. I'll throw the next one after that.
I'm just thinking out loud here, and I'm just spitballing because I love watching you on the mound. I love when you get animated because the old school baseball traditionalists will say there's no place for baseball. There's no place for that in baseball. I look at it as this is a sport. I'm getting pumped up. I get my teammates pumped up, and you get the crowd fired up too. How important is it for you to stay animated when you're out there on the mound?
Yeah, there is a place for it in baseball. Those days are behind us.
Good.
It's look at every sport. Look at every sport you want to watch. Mm-hmm. It's animated. It's competitive. Do you want me not to care? I want to win a championship for the Guardians. How that comes out on the field, it's not my fault. I'm into the game. I think there's a right way and a wrong way to do it. Got to make sure you're not trying to disrespect your opponent. I think you have to respect your opponent. They're doing they're doing the same things we're doing on that side, but I got nothing wrong with a big punch out. You want to celebrate, you do it. You want to fire up your team, you do it. It's I think it's good for our sport. I think it's real, and I think that the fans, that's what they like about it. It's real. They know you care. That's what we want. I think that's what Cleveland wants. I think that Cleveland loves players like that over the last I'm kind of watching Cleveland win all these games for the last decade, and the guys they love most seem to be into it. So I think it's a must. It's where this game's going.
I love hearing that, Cal, because don't celebrate when you hit a home run and the guys get pissed off. That's not part of baseball. No, if you don't want him to celebrate, don't let him hit a home run. And if he does hit a home run, then let him celebrate. And if you punch him out, to get the complete game and the shutout, you should be able to celebrate. So
hey, speaking of punching out,
yeah,
a hockey background. If somebody hits a dinger off you, shouldn't you be able to go punch him?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of short starts. You wouldn't want to do it very often. Yeah, I mean, listen, I think it's good for our sport. I believe it. I believe that fans want to see some passion and energy, right?
Yeah.
Apparently everyone thinks our game's too long. Well, it's not too long if you're excited for every inning. So get into it, be a part of it, respect your opponents. That's what I would just say for the younger generation, kids playing baseball. It's not about showing up the other guy. It's about celebrating, your personal victory and your team's victory and being part of a winning event. There is a line that we don't want to cross. So I just, I'll put that one caveat in there.
Sure. Cal Quantrill, our guest, Indians. First time I did it. How many interviews is this? This is about what? Our 13th interview?
I'm not counting, but that's the second time.
Second time. Okay, second time. Guardian starting pitcher, Cal Quantrill, our guest here on the Kenny and JT show today. And Cal, what did you work on this offseason? As you look back, had an outstanding year, but every pitcher I know wants to get better the next year and build off of last year. So what was it that you focused on this offseason?
I think refining what we did well last year. A lot of times people want to rework the whole game. That's not the answer. Be great at what you're good at. So tried to refine some of the things. Controlling the left side of the plate for me with the fastball cutter is important. Been working on a splitter a little bit this offseason, trying to find something that I can miss some barrels with, in important counts. Trying to get the curveball to a spot where we can use it a little more effectively, more often early in games. But quite honestly, a huge part of this offseason was just trying to prepare my body to do a very similar thing to what we did last year.
Last thing, and we'll let you go, and hopefully you get a chance to do it again this year. What did you learn from your first postseason starts this past year?
First of all, the energy in the stadium was off the charts. It was awesome. Awesome. I hope that we can have that at our home games all year long. It was special. I think it's just everything gets ratcheted up just a little bit. You got to prepare for that. You got to you don't need to do more. You just need to do what you've been doing. But you can feel that energy and it can be tempting. You can get lured into trying to be a little bit too much, but yeah, I think it was good experience for everybody. It wasn't the way we wanted it to end, but it's probably experience we all needed, and we're ready to take it a step further this year.
Yeah, we're all hoping you guys do that. We're looking forward to the season. We carry the games here on WHBC for everybody in Stark County, so they'll be listening. Continued success to you, not only with the Guardians, but in the World Baseball Classic, unless you end up playing against the United States in the championship round or whatever. We might have to root against you, but that'll be great experience for you and your Canadian teammates.
Oh, there's more cards on Canada. Cleveland might want to come to the dark side here.
Hey, my old college roommate's from Toronto, so he and I are going to wager on this thing, so it should be a lot of fun. Hey, Cal, thanks for the time. Good luck in everything that you do, and we'll see you at the ballpark, all right?
All right, thanks, guys.
Cal Quantrill checking in with us here on the Kenny and JT show. Back with more right after this.